Hello! Shocking secrets will explode in Beyond the Gates on Thursday, October 30th. After today's filled with turbulent changes and shocking decisions, the Thursday episode promises to bring an explosive plot twist as Derek makes a bold move about his relationship after a fateful encounter with Andre, while Ted and Leslie amaze everyone by attempting to move forward as a couple. Meanwhile, Tyrell will score big points with his estranged girlfriend, and Vernon along with Nicole must face a stranger who appears unexpectedly in their Halloween plans. Derek confronts real emotions after meeting Andre. Following everything that has happened over the past 2 days, Derek Baldwin will have to face an important decision about his relationship. His encounter with Andre Richardson's nephew, a charming man who recently inherited a massive fortune after a tragic plane crash that claimed his parents, forced Derek to reconsider everything. As a courageous firefighter and close friend of Jacob Hawthorne, Derek has never hesitated to face danger. But this time he's confronting a completely different kind of dangeroni that comes from his own heart. Does Derek have the courage to admit the emotions that are stirring within him? The chance meeting with Andre at Fairmont Crest Community Charity event has created a connection that Derek cannot deny. While Ashley Morgan, his current girlfriend, is hoping they will take their relationship further, Derek discovers that conversations with Andre about art photography and life philosophy have touched his soul in ways that Ashley never has. On Thursday, Derek will have to make a choice: continue maintaining a safe relationship but lacking deep connection, or risk pursuing something new and full of promise but also full of risks. This decision not only affects Derek's romantic life but could also create waves within the Fairmont Crest community, where every move is closely watched. Ted and Leslie, an unexpected couple, or just revenge? While Ted Richardson is still furious after witnessing Nicole and Carlton laughing intimately together, he begins to see Leslie Thomas in a new light. After an intense confrontation with Carlton, in which both Shanice and Nicole had to intervene, Ted realizes he needs to move forward instead of remaining trapped in the past with Nicole. Leslie Thomas, a mysterious woman with a dark past and possibly suffering from dissociative identity disorder, suddenly becomes an attractive option for Ted. But is Ted's move a genuine effort to find new happiness, or simply a revenge tactic to make Nicole jealous? On Thursday, viewers will witness Ted and Leslie having a deep conversation at a cafe outside the Fairmont Crest area. Ted will share with Leslie about the wounds of his marriage, about Nicole sleeping with multiple people before they divorced officially, and about the sense of betrayal he cannot forget. Leslie, with her experience as a single mother raising Dr. Eva, will listen and offer profound advice that makes Ted feel understood. However, Eva Thomas will not be pleased when she discovers her mother is getting close to Ted. She knows that Ted is highly influential in the community, and this relationship could bring benefits to her family, but it could also lead to unforeseen consequences. Eva will warn her mother not to take advantage of Ted while he's emotionally vulnerable. But will Leslie actually listen to her daughter's advice? Tyrell scores big points with Jessica. After courageously defending his sister Samantha's honor against malicious gossip from schoolmates, Tyrell Richardson will receive well-deserved recognition from Jessica, his ex-girlfriend. The incident where Samantha was caught kissing Nathan by Martin and Smitty created a storm in the student community, with many condemning Samantha for her excessive actions. But Tyrell, the older brother who always protects family, did not hesitate to stand up and defend Samantha. He argues that his sister has the right to make her own decisions about her body and relationships, as long as everything is based on consent and respect. Tyrell's strong and righteous words not only silence bullies, but also attract Jessica's attention. Jessica, who had broken up with Tyrell because she believed he was too focused on family and didn't spend enough time on their relationship, begins to reconsider her decision. She realizes that Tyrell's loyalty and spirit of protecting family are valuable qualities she had underestimated. On Thursday, Jessica will take the initiative to approach Tyrell after school, admitting that she was wrong in her assessment of him. The two will have a candid conversation about expectations in relationships, about balancing family and love, and about the possibility of giving each other another chance. Tyrell, who still loves Jessica, will have to decide whether to open his heart once more, especially when his family is going through a turbulent period with Samantha's scandal. Vernon and Nicole's Halloween plans are interrupted. Vernon Dupree and Nicole are planning a grand Halloween party at the Dupree mansion, hoping to create an event that will bring the Fairmont Crest community together after recent tensions. However, Their plans will be interrupted when a stranger unexpectedly appears at the gate of their home. This person, a middle-aged woman named Margaret, claims to be the long-lost sister of Anita Dupree Simeon the Dupree family had no idea existed. Margaret brings old photographs and documents proving her blood relationship to the Dupree family, making Vernon and Nicole unable to ignore her. Margaret's appearance raises countless questions. Why has Anita never mentioned having a sister? Where has Margaret been living all these years? And most importantly, what is she coming to Fairmont Crest at this exact time to do? Is this a genuine attempt to reunite the family, or a scheme to seize the Dupree fortune? Vernon, with his years of political experience, immediately senses something is wrong. He will ask Margaret to wait in the living room while he calls Anita, who is attending a charity event in the city. Meanwhile, Nicole, as a psychiatrist, will try to observe Margaret's behavior and body language to assess the authenticity of her story. Family members seek advice. In a parallel development, many members of the Dupree family will seek Vernon and Anita's counsel about their personal problems. Martin Richardson, who is preparing for his midterm election campaign to keep his House seat, will worry about whether Samantha's scandal might affect the family's image and his chances of re-election. Kat Richardson will also turn to her grandmother Anita to discuss her complicated relationship with Tomas Navarro. Although Kat and Tomas have had some hot days, as Chelsea has revealed, Kat still feels a lack of deep emotional connection. She wants to know whether she should continue this relationship for physical satisfaction or end it to find something more meaningful. Anita, in her role as a former famous sinner and current head of the Dupree family, will use her rich life experience to counsel her grandchildren. She will emphasize the importance of being honest with oneself and not letting social pressure or family expectations determine the path to each person's happiness. Isaiah faces a life-changing decision. Meanwhile, Isaiah Hawthorne is described as the black sheep of the Hawthorne family will continue to consider the job offer at Banneker University in the role of counsellor. After receiving a text message from Yolanda confirming they have officially broken up and urging him to take this job, Isaiah seems to have already made a decision in his heart. However, Thursday will bring a new twist when Eva Thomas unexpectedly comes to find Isaiah, confessing her feelings and begging him not to leave town. Eva, who has had a complicated relationship with Isaiah, will admit that she has realized Isaiah's true worth after almost losing him. Isaiah will have to face the question, should he stay for a woman who may not truly be right for him, or should he leave to seize this wonderful career opportunity and start a new chapter in his life? This decision not only affects Isaiah's future, but could also change the dynamics of many other relationships in the Fairmont Crest community. Isaiah's father, Police Chief Elon Hawthorne, who has already shown disappointment with his son for wasting his potential, will have one final conversation with Isaiah. But this time, instead of scolding, Elon will surprisingly show support for whatever decision his son makes, as long as Isaiah does it for himself and not for anyone else. Difficult questions and hidden truths revealed. A member of the Dupree family will be forced to answer difficult questions. Donnie Dupree, who has long harbored doubts about Vanessa McBride's priorities, will confront her friend directly after Vanessa frankly reveals that she puts her relationship with Joey Armstrong above everything else. This confrontation will take place in Donnie's office, where she is trying to manage her daughter Chelsea's career. Vanessa will come seeking advice about her relationship with Joey, but the conversation quickly turns to Donnie questioning Vanessa about loyalty and moral values. Donnie will remind Vanessa that Joey is someone with a dark past and is not trustworthy. But Vanessa, who has completely immersed herself in love, will defend Joey fiercely, even willing to lose her friendship with Donnie if necessary. This confrontation will raise questions about the limits of friendship and whether one should intervene in another person's romantic decisions. The Thursday episode promises to be one of the most dramatic episodes of Beyond the Gates so far, with important decisions being made, hidden truths being revealed, and relationships being tested to their limits. Each character will have to face difficult choices that could change the trajectory of their lives forever, and the Fairmont Crest community will never be the same after the events about to unfold.